Hello, Hannah here and welcome to this week's episode of Insta360 TV, which is going to be a behind the scenes making of type episode about cinematic B-roll, camera movements and my extremely mediocre cocktail making skills. A few days ago we dropped a little cinematic sequence that we made using only the ONE R Twin Edition. So today we are going to cover exactly how we achieved those shots, and if you stick around to the end I'll also give some top tips that we learned from this experience which you can take away if you want to try this kind of thing on your own. So first let's watch the sequence, then we'll get stuck into the behind the scenes, so bottoms up. So for context, we chose a beach bar for sunshine and summer vibes, but a typhoon started the second we arrived, so when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So here we used the 360 lens so we could rely on reframing in post as opposed to perfecting the camera movement in the moment. We shot this in 50 FPS, so we had room to slow down in post. Here you can see we repeated the same camera spinning motion to match cut each spinning motion with the next shot. We did an in and out in-camera transition, and we also used speed ramp on each clip to make it a little bit more dynamic and interesting. Using the 4K, we made sure my hand was always in the center of the frame so we could perfectly match the camera motion with the next shot, as you can see here. We used a wrist strap with an extension pole to create a kind of arm POV. Again, try and keep your arm in the center just so we can keep with the continuity. I was struggling a little bit here, so my buddy gave me a little extra support. We used the Insta360 cup as a marker for when we were masking it in post. This helps to make a more seamless transition and maintain the continuity among the other three shots. We also shot this in 60 FPS so that we could slow down in the middle for a more dramatic effect. So this one we also shot in 4K, so there is room for zooming in to match the position of the bottle between the two shots. So for the dolly effect, we shot in 4K 60 so that we could zoom in a little bit more with higher resolution and also play around with slow motion. So keeping an object in the center of a frame whilst trying to operate a camera and moving the object at the same time is really hard to do, but the 360 mod is perfect for a situation like this because we can simply track the general motion of the orange, add the camera movement and keep the orange in the center of composition in post, so it leaves you a lot of flexibility. So for the cherry on top of the cake, just make sure that you match the position of the orange with the sliced orange shot in post for a smooth transition and a beautiful ending. So now the BTS is out of the way, I'm going to give you our top kind of key takeaways from this experience. So the most important points that you guys should look out for. Number one is camera movement and transitions. The video would be nothing without these, and it's all about having that kind of continuous flow. So pre-planning is key. It's not all about gears, it's about the mindset and having a creative vision from start to finish. One word, flow. Number two, consider which mod is good for each shot. So for example, slow-mos or dolly zooms or slow motion, you're going to want the highest resolution possible. So perhaps opt for the 4K mod over the 360. However, if you want to get a little bit more experimental, you want to do reframing, you want good tracking capabilities, or you're going to mount your camera somewhere crazy, then of course 360 is perfect for that. So in the pre-planning stage, think what's going to be the best result for this kind of shot. So there we go. You've got your versatility there all in your pocket. And number three, the devil is in the details. So of course we planned for a perfect sunny beach bar kind of scene, but the typhoon had other ideas, but that's okay. So we went for kind of nice, cozy, intimate, warm lighting, which made it a lot brighter than it was. But yeah, it depends on what you're shooting. So if you're on a nice sunny rooftop, just watch out for shadows, then you're all good to go. And then the little sprinkle on top is the sound effects. So we used some sound effects from our paid subscriptions, but there's a ton of free resources out there. So it's always nice to add that little special detail. It definitely doesn't go amiss. But that is everything that we've learned from this experience. experience. And I'm really curious if you guys did enjoy this video, if you'd like us to make similar videos. Maybe we could make a little mini series. Let's see what happens. But if you did enjoy it, let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see next. And while you're at it, give it a big thumbs up, smash the subscribe button and ring the notifications so you don't miss our weekly episodes every Tuesday. Thanks again for watching, guys. Chase adventure, and I'll see you next week.